The IMF board is set to consider a $200 million climate financing package for Pakistan, with officials saying the funding would support environmental projects and strengthen long-term economic resilience.
Pakistan is seeking cheaper LNG supplies from Qatar after pausing fresh spot market purchases, but reports suggesting two cargoes could arrive under long-term contracts through the Strait of Hormuz.
China says an oil tanker carrying Chinese crew members was attacked near the Strait of Hormuz, raising fresh concerns over the safety of commercial shipping amid escalating Middle East tensions.
A Malta-flagged oil tanker carrying 1 billion barrels of crude has reached South Korea after crossing the Strait of Hormuz, as Japanese shipping giant Mitsui O.S.K. Line says its vessels transited the waterway without paying Iranian transit fees.
Tensions between US and Iran escalated again after US strikes hit targets in southern Iran during a fragile ceasefire, with Iran accusing the United States of targeting civilian areas and vessels, while CENTCOM maintained the truce was still technically in effect.
US President Donald Trump says negotiations with Iran are ongoing but warns more force will be used if a deal is not struck. Trump claims US military called Iranian attacks on naval vessels and states the ceasefire is still in effect.
We're negotiating with the Iranians. We have, you probably heard, we took our 3 destroyers and we rammed them through some pretty big stuff today, and we knocked the hell out of them. The destroyers weren't hurt in any way. The people weren't hurt, but they were firing at us, and we were firing back at them.
US President Donald Trump credits Pakistan for back-channel diplomacy that led to a pause in Operation Freedom. Trump praises Pakistan's growing influence, calling Pakistan and Field Marshal Asim Munir fantastic for helping de-escalate the tensions.
US Congressman A.I. Green has introduced a resolution recognizing Pakistan's role in mediation efforts, highlighting its diplomatic engagement and support for negotiations aimed at reducing conflict.
Information Minister Atta Tarar says Pakistan brought India to its knees in 4 hours during Marka-e-Haq, claiming coordinated military readiness across air, sea and information fronts while reaffirming that Kashmir remains an international issue.
Pakistan says it is working with Singapore, Iran and US authorities to secure the welfare and return of Pakistani and Iranian seafarers aboard vessels seized near Singaporean waters, as Ishaq Dar holds talks with regional counterparts.
US President Donald Trump says the European Union must finalize a trade agreement with the United States or risk increased tariffs after Independence Day, while a US court questions the legality of recent American tariff policies.
Russia's ambassador to the UN, Vasily Nebenzia, says Moscow will not support a proposed US-backed resolution targeting Iran, arguing the draft ignores what Russia describes as the root causes of regional instability and risks worsening tensions in the Persian Gulf.
Pakistan's UN envoy Asim Iftikhar Ahmed says Marka-e-Haq reaffirmed the country's sovereignty, territorial integrity and national dignity, describing the operation as a defining moment of strategic clarity and national strength.
British Prime Minister Keir Starmer says he intends to remain Labour leader after disappointing local election results increased political pressure on his government across parts of the UK.
The World Food Programme warns that funding shortages and rising displacement in Iran could force deeper cuts to refugee assistance, as millions are affected by escalating tensions and growing humanitarian needs.
Saudi authorities detained 5 Afghan residents for attempting to enter Mecca through a desert route without official Hajj permits, as security forces intensify enforcement of pilgrimage regulations during the Hajj season. Political tensions rise in West Bengal after a close aide to BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari was shot dead near Kolkata, with the BJP accusing rivals from the Trinamool Congress of involvement amid growing post-election unrest.
In Maripur slams Modi's fascist-style BJP regime for deliberately ignoring missing persons, protecting perpetrators and fueling 3 years of bloodshed that has killed nearly 260 people and displaced over 60,000 more.
Singapore has isolated and begun testing 2 residents who travelled aboard the MV Honeydees cruise ship linked to a deadly hantavirus outbreak that has already killed 3 people, as health authorities worldwide trace passengers to prevent further spread.